Well, um, welcome to the stream. I'm trying something new. Before I would like hear my voice in the headphones, but now I can't. So I just want to hear what it sounds like live, like because I have two. So I'm using the OBS mixer, and I think that's okay. I have the tracks are, what track is, I don't even know what track this is. Properties? Okay. Advanced, is there advanced properties? Oh, okay, it's on all tracks. Okay, so I think you should be able to hear me, even though I can't hear myself, but I think it'll be alright. Let me just do it on my phone and see how it sounds. Oh, it doesn't even say I'm live. Let me reload the phone real quick. Reload the phone. I gotta look at Twitch again. Because I gotta see. Oh, there it is. Now I'm really live. Okay. I'm really live now. Okay, let me see. Let me see what it sounds like. Yeah, it's not horrible. The music's like a little loud, but I might turn it down just like a little bit, just like that much, and hopefully the music's not like, yeah, I think it's okay, just at that level. Cause all I'm looking at is levels now, just levels like a DJ or something. I don't know what I'm doing, so hopefully this goes okay. Oh, you know what? I got a bunch of new stuff actually. So before, my camera battery, like so I got a cam link, right? And I don't know, people are saying bad things about it, but I think it's okay. Like, so I think someone said, oh, the cam link, you know, it like shuts off or something, and that's not my experience. So yeah, I think it's fine. But one thing that it did do is my camera battery run out because it really because I'm streaming from a Sony A7R2, and I was using just the regular batteries, and it's mostly made for like being a camera and not like a webcam, so it was pretty bad. It would like just shut off after like 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes or so. So I got a there's like yeah, it's plugged in now, but there's like a yeah, I'll just show you it. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna show. I'm gonna switch the music because this is out of control. Oh, I've also made some progress on the org chart thing, so that's good. But yeah, let me see. So I have a lot of tabs open. It's not really like me. What was I gonna show you? Oh, the thing. Oh, it's just like a battery. It just it plugs into the wall, and it's just like a battery thing. It just has the battery going. Okay, so I'm also doing something different with my, like, I'm not really doing anything different, but before I was trying, I would like have half my screen was like, so that I'm using a tiling window manager now called Amethyst, and like half my screen was like the code and half was like the browser. It's my screen's not like wide enough, I don't think, and it's kind of like everything's kind of awkward. So I just switched it to full screen mode all the time, and whenever I open a window, it just goes full screen. And I actually really like that. That's not bad. I mean, if I have to get the rest of the, you know, tiling like bits or whatever, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, just going full screen like that's really nice, because I do that manually. So if I cut out that step, that's fine. I also have Tmux on the Mac. So before I had Tmux inside of the Vagrant virtual machine, but now I have it on the Mac, and yeah, it works pretty much the same. So, and I'm using NeoVim on the Mac too, and I just gave up because I had NeoVim and Vagrant, but it was like so slow and terrible. I mean, I guess I should have seen that coming, but yeah, it's much better now. It's much faster. I'm still looking at like a System 76 like desktop thing. because I don't really go anywhere. like I can work from anywhere, but I'm looking at this one, this really tiny one, the cheapest one, of course. I wish it was cheaper, but what are you gonna do? I mean, it's cheaper than the Mac, but it's like 3 times less than the MacBook, so that's good. But yeah, I was looking at this. It looks good. It has like a wood grain thing, and then like just a cheap monitor to go with it. Because it's like I don't really go anywhere, so I mean maybe I should. I mean I don't like take my laptop anywhere. I do go places, but I don't take my laptop anywhere. So yeah, it's like what am I doing with this? Like I have a laptop stand. Like I've been doing this for probably like 10 years now, right? Where I just have like a MacBook Pro on a laptop stand and a trackpad and a keyboard. Of course, all this is mine now. Before it was like startup stuff, like the business like owned it. But yeah, I think Mac is kind of not really for like development anymore, like it was for a long time, but it's kind of like hostile, kind of. So I think I'm just gonna go with Linux, and then if I trash the Linux desktop, I can just because I have everything, dot files and everything, like on GitHub or whatever. So if I just download some terrible package that like ruins everything, like a Bitcoin miner or something, that's fine. I could just trash it and just start over again with a new distro or something. So that's fine. That's fine with me. I don't mind the risk, from not having like a centralized or like a Guardian thing. Like on Mac, there's like a Guardian thing, so I don't really care to have that, where it's like, oh, this package isn't signed. But yeah, I don't really care that much. Cool. All right, so I'm going to actually, oh, you know what? First, I'm going to say 2 things, right? So before, like, yeah, I can even show you this. This one, oh no, sorry. This view here. Oh, whoops. Not that one. Which view am I talking about? View, what view is it? I don't even know. Oh, this one. It's a partial, right? No, it's not a partial. It's actually, which view is it? I don't even know. Is it home? Maybe. Let me see. Home view? No. Oh, it's probably like setting. What do I call it? Settings or something? I do call it settings. Okay, so that's actually, no, I don't want that. It's org, right? That's the worst name for that. So like here I have like labels and things. Let me make that bigger so you can see it. So here I have labels and things, right? And I can't tell if that text is blurry on stream. I don't think it is. It better not be. But all right, so so I have labels here, and I have all this stuff, and it looks good, I guess. Like it looks okay. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, I also got a new pop filter, right? So that's something. It's like really tiny, and it just goes around the mic. So that's cool, right? It's $7. Maybe you can't beat that. I mean, you go to Starbucks, you pay $7, you get a cup of coffee. I'd rather spend it on a thingy, pop filter. It's nice. It's like all metal. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It has like good coverage, so I can like go over here now, and I can go over here, and yeah, the pops are still filtered, so that's good. I don't know if I do too many pops. I mean, I guess I'm doing pops now, saying pop filter, but other than that, I don't think I do too many. All right, so this has like a bunch of stuff, and it looks good, right? If I go here, like it looks good on desktop at least. Like it has like a description, the title, the label, a little description. But I think if I take a look at this other one, right? What is it? Positions edit. So if you edit this like role or position or whatever, like position in the company, position's probably a bad name now I think about it, because it's like 3 syllables. I could have just called them roles, but then like if there's role access, role is like an overloaded thing in web development. It's like, you have like, oh, these people have these role, they're like an admin role, right? Or like a a regular user role. So I didn't want to use roles, but maybe I'm going back on that. Who cares? I don't really care that much. Okay. Okay, I've got to get the Kathy Twitch bot going again. I don't. Well, actually, I don't really need to now that I think about it. But you know what? I might as well. Just have it. Who cares, right? Okay. So, wait, did that work? I don't even know. Oh, okay. So now it's a mod, right? That's good. All right. So hopefully I won't get follow botted again, even though the last 2 streams I've been follow botted pretty heavily. Maybe it's done now, like where it's like a weird. Someone rented like a bunch of like, or they spun up a bunch of lambdas and like a weird Twitch DDoS, you know. Maybe it's over now. I don't know, but yeah. All right. So this looks pretty good, right? But if I go over here, right, and I click this. This is a regular like form that I think we're used to seeing. So if I take a look at the HTML, is like there's basically nothing, right? I just have this form, and then similar to like Rails forms, I have this like do block. It's like it takes a block at the end, and then it has like regular HTML bits, right? And I think it makes the method is. It takes the object, so it'll know what the method is, but the method's always post, right? That keeps it really simple. There's no like put or delete or whatever. That's defined by the action, right? So I have like edit, right? I mean, it's very similar. So this first of all, double equals is it auto escapes, right? I'm using a ERB implementation called eRuby. So wait, what? Oh my gosh, what the heck? Someone got banned already? Bing Cortana? Is that a bot? Man. I don't know, I mean... Maybe, you know what, it's funny because I think I have 44 followers. I don't know how many are bots. Like, before I think they were all real people. But now I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, anyway, this implementation of ERB, right? Which I mean, if you're familiar with ERB from Rails, right? Let's see, layouts and rendering. What is ERB? I don't even know if it's like a separate thing, but yeah, like, you know, it's just it looks like ASP kind of things, and like usually you do that, but it does not like auto escape. Let me see. What if I just type in escape? Does it? Okay, when using HTML, will be escaped if the string is not composed with HTML's aware APIs. Okay. So if you render using HTML, it will do the thing. Okay, let me see. Escape. Okay, I'm assuming it's gonna escape everything, but it's weird because if you render like JSERB, you're supposed to put like H in front of stuff to like escape it. But this auto escapes everything. So the only thing you have to do is like when you want to actually render HTML, you have to unescape. So that's what the double equals are for. So yeah, that's good stuff. The double equals unescape. So I actually want to render HTML from this block variable, and the way forming works is it's similar to Rails. Like you just say input, right? And then it'll automatically like determine what to render. Well, it goes a little further than Rails, but it automatically determines like what to render. In Rails, you would say like %f like text field or something, right? Is that what you would do? Text field, and then you would say like a name, right? Or whatever, title, right? You would say title. But in this, you can just say input name, and then if it's a string or like a text column, it'll just render it as an input, a text input, and you override like what you don't want it to do. So like it does the right thing most of the time, and when it doesn't and it falls down, you just say as, right? You coerce it into like the thing that you want. And then it also does auto labels too. So like it'll create labels and you can override that. So like here, let me see, where did I put that thing? Oh, you know what? I saved. Be nice if I could. You know what? I don't even know why does it do this? Like I have to save before I get it. Thanks, Neil. I appreciate it. No, it's here. So here, here's my Stripe API key, the production one. No, I'm just kidding. That's just in the environment. Okay, so this for me thing is what does the form magic, right? So this is the Jeremy Evans Ruby stack, right? So like this is the antithesis to, like, this is the opposite of like the Rails stack, but it's like similar, you know, but it's like faster and easier to deploy. And it doesn't come with like Webpacker or anything. I mean, I know Rails 7 doesn't come with Webpacker either. It's like a step in the right direction, but Rails is like, there's like a lot of hands in it. And I think when you get like too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen, right? That's what it is. It's just, there's too many people, kind of like there's Shopify people, and there's like, who else? Basecamp people, and who else? Stripe people are in there, right? Like all these huge companies now, like, are all using Rails, and they're all like, you know, I want the easy database replicas, and I want Webpack, and I want I want Tailwind in here, and I want this and that. It's like, oh man, like the opinions. Like, I mean, yes, Rails is opinionated, it's good, but at the same time, it's like there is a simpler way, I think, for like when one person's doing it, so they can actually fit it in their heads. Rails is the kind of thing where you can't really fit it in your head anymore, and there's just too many things going on. At least for me. Like the whole point is, what does he say? What does THH say? He says conceptual, like, or what does he say? What is it? It's like collapsing, conceptual collapsing or something. I don't know what he says, but it's like he's trying to like boil down like the concepts, right, that you need to know. So for me, like that's fine. But I already know all the concepts, so I don't really care. But Roda and Formy, and I don't even know how to say it. Is it just Form? I say Formy. And SQL, right? It's basically the same, but it just is way easier. And you can use other things to swap out, like jobs and things, and mailer. Like there's a mailer actually built in, so I don't have to do that either. So it's pretty much like 90% of the way to Rails. It even has like bundling and stuff, so it's like 99% of the way to Rails. The only thing that I'd say it doesn't have is like active job, which, I mean, it's not like great, you know. You can't even like serialize Ruby objects. So I use a thing called Sucker Punch for jobs, and it's in process. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like everything's in process. You got SQLite is in process. Sucker Punch is in process, right? Like it just starts a new thread instead of like talking to Redis and stuff. So anyway, yeah, so this is for me. You can override, like you can register different like, well, he calls them transformers, but it's just like methods on stuff. And you can like override what happens. So like this, you know what? The music's like really loud. I'm just going to turn this down for a second. Hold on. Not for you, just for me. All right. So, cause I was like, I think I was yelling at the screen. Now, let me turn it down just a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, it's cool because before I would like hear everything that was happening on the stream, but it's not super necessary because I'm talking now and I can hear myself now, so I don't really need to hear myself through the things. So I have one input for the microphone, right? So I can like mute this, and then I have one output for what's coming out of my Mac. So that's pretty cool. And I can like independently adjust. That was my problem before, is like my headphone, like I would hear a sound in the headphones and they'd be super loud because my headphones were turned up like all the way, and then I couldn't independently like adjust the volume on the stream. But I found out like OBS has a mixer, so I was like, what am I doing? I'm making this way too complicated. I had like I still need Black Hole to like use it as audio output, but yeah, other than that, it's like it's pretty much good to go. All right, so what was I saying? I don't even know. Oh, right. I was saying, yes. For me, you can register these transformers, right? So, like, you can say, like, there's wrappers, labelers, other things, like serializers, other things too, but I think for me, I would just only use wrappers and labelers. So like you can change what the label looks like. So like checkboxes, for example, right? Like these are sort of custom bits where like it's the label is next to the checkbox, and I need to be aligned in the center. So I had to just put some flex on there, right? I flexed on them, and then yeah, so it's looking okay now, and it's the same thing with this one too. So that's cool. So yeah, now I can like make a million forms, which is amazing, I guess, if you want to make a bunch of forms. Which I do. I do want to make a lot of forms. I just want forms everywhere, all in my face. So that's good. All right, so I think for this stream, now that I've gone over all this stuff again for like the millionth time, I'll probably how long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for 20 minutes. So for the next 10 minutes, I think I want to let's see, what can I do in 10 minutes? What do I need to do? Let me look at it. So I changed this to oh, you know what? Let me restyle this thing. This looks terrible. Why is it so long? You know, no one knows. All right, where is that? Oh, it's edit. All right, so this needs to not do this anymore. Like, why is it down here? Justify center. Oh, you know what though? It shouldn't be doing that, but let's see. Why is it doing this? Let's look at it. I think maybe I like styled it to have like a bottom. Oh, I did bottom 0. I did. So dumb. Oh, it didn't matter. Okay, well, there's that then. Yeah, why is it so large? Oh, gap 8. Oh, that's fine. Justify between. Justify center. Okay, so I don't want bottom 0. Did it make a difference? No, it did not. Oh, because this is still here too. Jeez. All right, there we go. That's a little better. So I had two bottom 0s. What the heck? Yeah, I spend most of my time just in the weeds, like in CSS, which I should probably just like not do that. I should probably just get like a template thingy. I could probably move way faster, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, sorry, there was like something. I was distracted. All right. Let me see. I think that should be it. Where else is bottom? Bottom. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good. All right. So if I refresh this thing, you know what? Let me close a bunch of tabs too, because it's getting out of control. Sweet. Okay, that looks better. Oh wow, just like going from my face. All right, so that's a lot better. Yeah, I can live with that. All right, what else can I do? I didn't take 10 minutes at all. Oh, I can make the description a little bigger too. Let's see. I probably want text areas to. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. All right, now I'm really back. I was muted. All right. Yeah, I need to fix this text area. Text area, rows. Maybe just, oh geez. Yeah, I always think that no copyright sounds, the most recent tracks are always the best for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because they're new. I have no idea. But yeah, it's kind of funny. All right, let me see. How's that looking? Oh, it did nothing. Oh wait, because I have to refresh. Oh, it did nothing, even if I refreshed. Cool. Let me see. Oh, rows 10. It doesn't like that. Oh, can I not set that in the thing? I guess I can't in CSS. Yeah, I guess I'll just set it on the thingy, the text area. Rows 10. It's actually an attribute and not a style. There we go. I think, yeah, so I'll just say like description. And I feel like this is explanatory enough, but, you know, because it says hiring, right? And there's a job description. This is the job description. Update it. Okay, cool. Let's see if it actually saved. All right, sweet. So, yeah, I guess I could, you know what, since I'm not really going to do much today, because I spent all my time messing around with this stupid audio thing, I could probably just walk you through, like, what happens. So, all right, so this is the form, right? The form pops up. Also, there's some custom JS because I couldn't use TurboLinks because I'm using jQuery pan zoom to get this working. So if you see this thing, it's like you can zoom in and out of this and like move it around, right? You can like zoom in, right? So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but it's okay for now. So like when you click this, this JavaScript runs here. Actually, you know what? That part I think might actually be. Oh no, it's not. So I just find the div that is existing, just floating in there in space, and then I change it. So here, I'll show you what it looks like. So there's a partial here, positions edit, and this div details thing, and then I just send that to the client. It replaces it with this JavaScript here. Oh, you know what? Let me just add a spacer thing here. Let me see. What's it? Positions, edit. Right. So when the form is submitted, there's a bunch of things that happen. So like the details is up. So I always send HTML. I never send like stupid JSON and do rendering on the client. That's a waste of time. So I send a bunch of HTML and I send it all back like with just like the whole layout and everything, right? So I can update the head attribute if I wanted to, but I am not currently. So yeah, I update the chart itself, right? And so that's why you can see it like updating kind of. So like if I change this to, right, and I update it, and that goes away, that flash message, that was really annoying. So that changed, right, without like a page load. And then this, if I add somebody, this updates too in the corner, this thing. Actually, could you see that? I don't even know. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it. So 9 employees, right? Instead of 8. And then if I delete it, right, it's the same, right? So all that's pretty cool. That's how it works with JavaScript on the client side, anyway. Oh, I update 4 different things, right? And I wasn't sure how to do it with Turbo frames because, like, first of all, I don't even know if you can nest Turbo frames, and the second thing is, I didn't want to put everything in like a big Turbo frame because I don't want to like update the thing that you can zoom around on, because if I tried it and it was like really glitchy and horrible. I'm not sure if I did it on stream, but yeah, it was terrible. So I did not want to touch that at all. And I even put like a, what is it? So like this, when I click this, that's actually turbo. But when I think it is anyway. But when I close it's just JavaScript. But yeah, I didn't want to like have turbo mess it up, because I didn't want it to like get all jank again. So I put data turbo permanent. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there. Actually, you know what? Can you see that? No, you can't. Oh, I can't zoom in on the inspector. So yeah, data turbo permanent keeps it so it doesn't mess around with it. TurboLinks doesn't, or Turbo doesn't, I should say. Turbo.js. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so on the back end, right? Oops. All right, so there's like a few different. There's like add, edit. So like the edit is the modal, right? And then the add part is when you click those little plus buttons. Oh my gosh, are they all bots though? I guess it's on the known bot list. Let me see. TwitchInsights.net. People are getting banned. I don't even understand that. Let me see. Okay. This is cool. I've never seen this before. I should just switch to just chatting and just have like a meta Twitch thing, but I'm trying to figure it out. Let me see. All known bots. Currently an X amount of live channels. Oh wow, really? What the heck? That's crazy. Look at all these bots. That's insane. This one's in 62,000 channels. Dang, there are quite a bit of bots. I did not know that. That's cool. Okay, so this thing says Bing Cortana. Let's look it up. Bing Cortana. Cortana? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it's in 8,190 live channels. How many live channels are there? My goodness. That's so funny. Okay, so that's cool. All streams since August 20. Ever ask yourself if the person is a real person? This is your answer. I can't or have been using a bot, so they most likely not watching your stream. Dang, that's crazy. It's just so weird. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand like bots on Twitch. Like, I just do not get it. Like, what is the point? Like, what do they get out of it? Like, oh, I'm running a Twitch bot and I just jump in your chat, right? But I guess like if the chat is, you're just gonna paste messages or something maybe, and like, oh, come to my link. But like, is anyone actually gonna do that? Like, no one's gonna click on a link from someone's chat, right? I mean, yeah, it's weird. I guess maybe it's maybe these bots are like hedging their bets, right? Like, it's like diversifying your portfolio, right? Except you're like a terrible black hat hacker, and you're like, how can I get people to join or click on this thing so I could, phish their password or whatever. So you're like sending phishing emails, you're doing Twitch bots, Facebook bots, Instagram, all social bots, right, across all platforms, and you're actively like trying to use have I been owned and like take over, try people's passwords constantly. It's probably pretty lucrative. Like, I mean, the amount of people that would reuse their password for their bank is probably insanely high. And the kind of people that would do that are the kind of people that are probably like not as computer savvy, and they might be retired. Okay, I don't want to be ageist here, but they might be a little older, and they might have some money. So it might make sense to do all this stuff. I mean, I wouldn't do it, look, because I have some ethics, okay? I have ethics, all right? I'm a programmer. I'm just making programs. I'm not trying to rip people off. But yeah, I can understand, though. I can understand it, I think. Maybe that's why people do the bots. I have no idea. All right, man, I'm really, like, ranty. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, so anyway, so this add position thing, right? So it checks which plus sign you clicked on. So if I go back to this stupid thing, and I click this, right? So there's 4 always. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I click the top, right, it'll check that. If I click the right, it'll add it to the right. It's actually, I went through 3 iterations of this thing. I don't know if I did that. I think I might have done it live. Like I had an old iteration where I was like using recursion, and I think I was like talking about recursion, like that whole stream, and I just kept saying recursion. It's really weird. Oh, you know what? I should probably get rid of that. But yeah, so this bit here, let me get rid of this. Can I get rid of this? There we go. This is just, it takes the, if it's so everything, that whole org chart, actually, it started out as like a recursive thing, like, oh, it's a tree. Oh, I need to render it like a tree. It's got branches and it's gonna grow and be beautiful. No, that's not the thing. The thing is, it's just a table. It's an HTML table, and so there's rows and columns. It's a two deep nested for loop, and that's the end of it, right? Or each loop, but it doesn't matter. 2 loops, and that's all. It's just a big old table. I render rows, I render columns, and anything that doesn't exist, I just have it blank. So it actually works out a little better because you can grab this thing, even if the thing isn't here. And it's funny because like over here to the left, or at least in this area here, there's something. There's like a empty table data thing, right? And here's an empty one here. So it ends like at this right here on this right hand side. But all of these are still table data, right? So it's actually, I mean, it's definitely naive, but it works great. It worked way better than like my recursive thing. So all I had to do was I moved the complexity to the insert side, right? So like it would keep track of which column it's going to be in and which row it's going to be in. And it saves it, right? And I also keep track of like which ones are on top of and on bottom too. So I still have the foreign keys, which I was only using foreign keys before, and I wasn't putting like view information in the database, but it didn't matter. Like the view information can be in the database. That does not matter. I don't even care. I do not care about that. So now I have the table and the row, or the column and the row in the database, right? And I have the direction too, or I have the foreign keys too. So not only do I have who's on top of who or whatever, or left of who or right of who, I also have which column and row they're in, which I could probably deduce the foreign keys from that, but like why not just store both, right? So that's when you add one. This is when you update one. It's like it's dumb. Like it's like so stupid how this works. It's so basic. Like it's hilarious. So one thing I think with SQL that I was not aware of, which I think I did change this one time. I don't know if I did this on stream, but so this default set fields options missing skip. That's how I expected set fields to work. But by default, it does not do that. If it's missing, it sets it to nil, which I guess I can make the argument for that, but I don't think that's what I was thinking, so I just changed it. So now I can just call set fields, right, on a existing model, and it will keep the previous values, right? So like, so you can set a text column or a string column to a blank string, but you have to explicitly set it to nil, right? Which I think is better, because then you actually don't run into like nil strings everywhere, right? That's cool. And then I just check if it's valid and I save it, right? So like just like Rails, right? You would just do this. Of course, I'm doing this inline, right? So I have all these things. I don't have like a params method because I don't really care to have a params method because it's only one. This update position is the only thing. I think actually, let me see. Yeah, because otherwise I'm using new here. So yeah, it works pretty well. I set the flash message and then I redirect to the position. Of course, I could actually just redirect to the home path, I think. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's pretty basic, which is great because I was kind of overwhelmed by this whole like, oh, I need to make an org chart thing. But luckily it's working. All right. Let's see. I've been streaming for how long? Have I been streaming for? I don't even know. Let's look. 40 minutes. All right. Well, I want to make it a short one because it's 9:30 now, and I kind of just want to try all my new gear out, honestly. But yeah, I did try it. So I probably, honestly, I always say I'll be back on Thursday, but I don't even know. Like, I might be back, maybe. I have no idea. But yeah, I always have the VOD, right? The video on demand, so you can watch that later. I try to post to YouTube too, so I'm trying to think of like what I can do for YouTube, like educational type content. But I honestly looked at YouTube for like Ruby programming tutorials, and the biggest one that I could see in the last year was Free Code Camp. It has 250,000 views, and I wasn't quite sure if that was like enough, because I'm not gonna get that many, right? So like, should I be doing these Ruby tutorials, or should I be doing something trendy or like Ethereum or crypto or something? I have no idea. If I did a crypto stream where I like made a Solidity contract or whatever, I bet you people would be like, "Oh, this is it! Like, I'm gonna tune into this guy. Like, no one cares about this web stuff. Like, oh man, we don't care about web applications, right? We don't want that. We want crypto." I mean, I don't know. I might do it, but I don't really like doing it, so I don't know. Maybe I should learn to like it. I have no idea. But yeah, I might be back on tomorrow. No, I won't be back tomorrow for sure. But I will be back on Thursday. So there's that. And hopefully I'll be more like productive. Maybe, I'm not sure. I wanted to maybe start it earlier too, like maybe at like 4 or 5. I don't know, like if I can do that with work. But yeah, I definitely want to start like right after work. Like I'm done working, and I'm just gonna like start right away. Instead of like having this weird gap and like it's hanging over my head. Or I will also want to start like super early. So like I would start at like, I don't know, like maybe 7:30 or something. That would be like a cool thing to do. Then I can get it out of the way for the day, you know. And then no one cares because it's early in the morning. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Whatever. All right, so that's it for the stream. I will be back eventually at some point this week, probably. All right. Bye.